Most people who want to start a business never do anything about it. They talk about it endlessly, but never take those first steps to actually begin the process. And the biggest reason for that is fear. Let's unpack exactly what people are afraid of and how you can overcome it to get your business going. Welcome to Feel the Boot, the science of startups. I'm your host, Lance Cottrell, and I'm here to help you navigate that nearly vertical learning curve you're going to encounter as you launch your business. I know what it's like. I've been there myself, and I've helped hundreds of other founders just like you. This episode is part of our series on getting started, and you can find all the other episodes in that series up there. This is also available as a podcast and as a blog, so you can get it on the go, or if you prefer to learn by reading, and I'll put that link down there. If your startup is struggling with fundraising, strategy, or messaging, I can help. Let's talk. Head over to ftb.bz/boost and get on my calendar. The fear around starting a business takes many forms. Fear of failure, fear of financial ruin, fear of looking stupid, fear of the unknown, sometimes fear of success. You can work around and calm all of those fears by taking the right approach. First, do your research. Make sure you understand all the aspects of what you're going into, how your business can work, and what your market is like. Once you have command of the space, it removes many of the unknowns. You don't need to jump off a bridge right away. You can start just working evenings and weekends, part-time, while you hold on to your day job and maintain that addiction to food, shelter, and clothing. Don't actually go full-time and take on that existential risk until you've done the validation and prove out that makes it much more comfortable to do so. Now you know you've got a bungee cord or a rope ladder that you're climbing down, not just jumping out into open air. You can also take this time to start building up a cushion, start economizing, and sock money away so that when you jump into the business, you don't need to be earning money day one. You don't have to raise money to pay yourself to keep a roof over your head instantly. You have enough money in the bank to be able to operate for some time while you prove things out and do the fundraising. Think about all the quick and dirty tests that you might be able to do to prove out your idea. The scary thing is you don't know whether this is going to work, but that may be testable. Once you've done the experiments, you can have confidence that'll make you feel good about moving forward. Bring in some mentors and advisors. Remember, you don't have to do this alone. Indeed, you should not be doing this alone. And speaking of not doing things alone, consider bringing in co-founders. Having some other people who are on the journey with you can make everything easier. It gives you more heads to work through the problems and just allows you to have a cushion and someone to vent to when you really need to. And finally, the sneaky trick, all of these are part of starting a business. So as soon as you start doing these things that make you comfortable with starting a business, you have already started your business. All of this is really part of building a strong foundation on which your business can launch.
House built on a weak foundation will not stand, oh no.
You want to develop confidence that you can reach your target customers. Your customers are hungry for your proposed solution, that you can in fact build your solution, that you can sell your solution profitably, that you can create a defensible moat for your business. You can define a big market opportunity so that if you succeed, it'll be worth having succeeded. And you can express a clear competitive advantage for your company. Why will people choose to buy from you versus any of the other ways they could solve the same problem? This is a bit of a fake it till you make it approach, although I'm not a fan of that term because there is nothing fake about it. I like to call it act as if. Act as if you were starting a business. Do the things that you would do if you were creating a new company. And pretty soon, you'll have a company and you will be doing it. The company will be launched. That's exactly what I did when I was starting my company, Anonymizer. I had no idea what I was doing, but I had a sense of the kind of things one did when starting a business. And pretty soon, I had an office, I had an employee, I had a website set up, and we were starting to do business. And I was learning the whole time. Start doing the things now that a founder would be doing in the early days. Research, interviews, testing, networking, and so forth. With all that in place, you can start committing time and resources with confidence. Now, there are no guarantees. Nothing can promise that your startup will be a success, but you can have confidence in the research you've done and the plans you've put in place. You're not just hoping that things will work out for you, because hope is not a strategy. If you need some help taking those first steps, I'd be happy to help. Go to ftb.bz/boost to get on my calendar, and let's talk about how I might be able to help you accelerate the growth of your company. Thanks for watching this episode. I hope you found it useful and interesting. And if you did, please do the usual: like, subscribe, and ring that bell. It makes a huge difference to the channel, and make sure that YouTube knows that you like this kind of content and is more likely to show you future episodes. However, it's not always great at that, and I release a lot of useful content that isn't on YouTube. So sign up for our newsletter, Boot Prints. I'll put the link right there. That'll get you all of the information we provide. Until next time, ciao.